What is up, guys? So to start off, I'm sure most of you are expecting a draft lottery today. We just did one in our cap league, the OGSHL. However, we won't be doing one in Bar Down or in Top Shelf. Um, Let me explain why. After about this is our fourth year, um, we had really high um, valued members, and everybody was always active. So people were always saying, "Why don't you guys make another league?" We already had Bar Down, and we had OGSHL, our first league, which was a cap league, and we made Top Shelf, which is also a keeper league right now in its third year. Um, this one basically came from a mixture of people who either joined Bar Down late or joined OGSHL late, and they wanted to build their own team from the ground up. And existing members that were in both leagues wanted to do another one as well. And myself and Kyle, that's we like to do. We like to do the drafts and manager leagues and everything. The issue happened was people ended up choosing one league over the other. People that were in Bar Down left to join Top Shelf after saying they would stay in both leagues, and it got kind of messy. People wanted to get out of the sim, but they wanted to stay in only one league, and figured instead of losing a member in both leagues, we would let them. Kind of split our members across, and then existing members, they just randomly left after years, or they just said they didn't have the time to do it at all and completely left. So we were always getting new people to come in, and it's really hard to find committed people. I'm in other leagues. I'm in the PHL and the VHL, which you don't really see turnover at all because those guys are committed. That's what they do. We had a great group of those guys, but they weren't committed past 2 or 3 or 4 year mark. So kind of find ourselves in a predicament. You take a look at the activity here, and in June, I'm just gonna take a quick guess. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just say around 20 people out of 31. Not too bad, not too great. I mean, you can go back, argue that it's the off season. You go back to May, pick up maybe a few more members. Take a look at Top Shelf. Go back to Last Online. Um, you got about similar numbers in both leagues, which is the issue. There's a good mixture. If you take a look, I'm sure you see some names are on both screens. Obviously, some are not. Um, so that's our issue right now. So we're not getting rid of both leagues. What we're doing, merging the two together. And I know most of you are going to say, well, how are you going to do that? Well, we're completely wiping the rosters. We're going to start from the ground up for these leagues. It's going to be complete redraft. We're going to have pretty much around the same keeper league rules that we have right now. It's going to be 45-man rosters. It's going to be that was just a message from Kyle, actually. Me and Kyle were discussing this for about a week now. It was something we thought about, when we were like, nah, let's not do it. So we went again. We went another year. This was the year we were going to see where it took us. Kind of panned out where I thought it would, where we would still have that good core of active members, but we would lose, a few guys, which seemed to be happening every year. We would lose about 4 or 5 guys, have to replace them, lose the same 4 or 5 guys, and then when you're losing those 4 or 5 guys, and then you're eventually losing members that have been here for a while, just no longer have the time to do it. I know a lot of the people that were in the league were pretty young, and now they're like myself. I'm only 25, and I have a full-time job now, and it's really, I could definitely see the real world now. I'm not in college anymore. I don't have time to just be on these websites all the time. But and then people are also having kids and everything like that. But so I could see why people wanted to eventually step back from the league, realize they don't have the time, and take some time away. So I understand that. The one thing though is we want an active league. We don't want half empty league. Another issue obviously was teams we were pretty relaxed on the trading. It's something for fun. We figured be more relaxed, let people do what they wanted. Didn't really work out well. We found, obviously there's a lot of teams that are pretty bad, so it's really hard to get people that want to take them over. And then, they're all about, yeah, I'm gonna rebuild it, and then a year goes by and they realize how long the process is, and it's like, well, I'm out of here. So, new things to do in our league. We're going to be establishing a trade committee. If you're going to stay around for our brand new merge league, feel free to go ahead and say you want to be a part of the trade committee. We're going to try and get some more people involved, just to look over trades and engage in the community, maybe make some articles, which is what we wanted to eventually happen, was to always have articles and videos out, making the league a lot more engaging, a lot more fun. People doing write-ups all the time. So yeah, that's kind of where we found ourselves. Let's take a look at the playoffs. In Bar Down, we have myself and Ottawa in the conference finals. Kyle just advanced to the finals today. I think it's Kyle's second time in Bar Down in the finals. I think he lost 2 years ago or last year. Let's see. I think it was last year, actually. And in Top Shelf in the finals, we have Buffalo versus Anaheim. Anaheim swept Vancouver, which was very surprising. Vancouver's been a very strong team since the beginning, and they just seem like they can't win with Crosby. Yeah, so good luck to the final push for you guys in Top Shelf. Either team is great. Both good guys, both very active, so that's a good thing. Take a look at Bar Down, and Kyle's in the finals, and it may very well end up being myself in the finals facing Kyle for the last Bar Down championship. So that would be kind of cool. That it comes down between me and him. I definitely took a long route to get where I am right now, and it's kind of shitty that it has to end now, considering this is when my team was finally going to become one of the top, be the top team in the league. I would say it's anytime you have McDavid and Matthews and Eichel on the same team, and then you just throw McKinnon in there as well. It's kind of ridiculous, but took the route I took, and it definitely was worth it. It was a lot of fun. So what we're going to be doing, we haven't decided yet, but we will either be remaining on the Bar Down website. Obviously, we're going to keep the Cup Champions in like a separate, in a separate one. We're going to be adding the Cup Champions as well from Top Shelf into the Cup Champions on this website as well. And then we'll eventually have, the new set of Cup Champions of the new league. We haven't decided if we'll remain on Bar Down or if we are going to make a brand new website. That still hasn't been decided yet, but I think what we're leaning towards is just remaining on Bar Down and just archiving all the files and just remaining on this website. So yeah, I know it's not what most of you guys were expecting to hear. I'm sure most of you guys are excited to do a new draft. I'm sure most of you liked your team a lot, such as myself. But and I told Will before I did this video, because he was asking me where's the lottery for the other two leagues, and I just gave him an erection about the new draft coming. So some positive feedback there for you guys, but it's definitely not something we plan to do, but it's something that, looking at it right now, is something that we have to do. A lot of the other leagues have done this before, so it's nothing crazy. It's not like we are disbanding and just vanishing. We're revamping, we're putting it all together. We're gonna try and get all the active members that we have in both leagues. Obviously gonna have first dibs at, just say you want a team, name the team, it's yours. Then from there, any teams that we have to fill, we're gonna post in our cap league, the OGSHL. get some members from there, and I'll probably make a post in PHL and VHL that I'm in, trying to get some of the members there. They're all great guys. I've been there for maybe 6 or 7 years now, so it'll be cool to if any of them want to come over. There's already some people here. We got Kyle, myself, Will, Ditka. We have Loltastic. We have Tom, who is the owner of PHL, along with Chris, who is pretty much the secondary owner of PHL. Well, I guess not owner, but he does a lot. He's a big help there. So hopefully we can get, good trade committee going, some good people. We're always open to ideas. We were always slightly tinkering with the changes every so often. We're probably going to stick with the relegation draft. With the current setup, I think it works pretty well. It doesn't allow teams to have too much influence of keeping all their guys, so we might even increase it a little bit, make it a little bit harder. I know there's the idea of you only keep 6 players at forward, 3 players on D, and a goalie, but that's not really. It's kind of hard there when you're basically just doing a draft every summer plus the entry draft, so it's not really something I want to get ourselves into. So yeah, think of it as almost the same league. It's pretty much going to be the same thing, maybe some slight additions, but it's going to be much more balanced to start. There's not going to be any restrictions on how you draft your, inaugural team. It will be more on top of the trades, not as lenient as we were. We'll have another trade team set up, reviewing trades. I'm not going to say there's not going to be, unfair trades, but we're going to try and avoid the lopsided trades that I think kind of we let go. Obviously, I was in some of those. Kyle was in some of those. There's plenty of teams that were all involved. So, we got to crack down on that. And, yeah, I think that's where we can improve. I think it'll definitely be very fun time to be in. Getting, we know who's active. We know who we can trust. So that'll be good. And then the new people that come along, hopefully they're from other leagues. That's what we're going to strive for first, and then try and get some new blood in there. But we're probably looking at a September draft, I want to say. Maybe even August draft. So we'll probably leaning towards September. We're going to do 45 rounds, probably finish the draft in about, I don't know, if we do 1 round every 2 days, you're looking at a 3-month draft. But if we do, 1 round, I don't know how we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, though. We'll probably, do what we do in the entry draft, where, the longer in the rounds, the shorter time slots you have. So we'll probably do the first 15 rounds at a longer rate, following 15 rounds at a faster rate, and the final 15 rounds at an even faster rate. So we don't want to be drafting too long, but we want to make sure that the process is enjoyable for everybody, and then we'll do our best to catch back up. Maybe we're going to have to sim 2 game days a day, which really not that big of a deal, I think, for most people. So we'll be doing that, doing the sim to catch ourselves back up, get back on a timeline with the real NHL, and we'll have the new ratings packs out probably by this Friday or so. That's our goal right now. I've been slacking a little bit, so I'll take some blame for that. But we only have a few categories left to do, and we'll get through it. Hope you guys are happy with what's going on, or if you're not happy, you at least understand. And if you're not happy and don't understand, well, thank you for being a part of our leagues, and it was much appreciated. But we'll have some information posted below the video as well. I just wanted to make the video to be more personal and be open with you guys on what's going on, and not just have something written on the website and it be taken completely out of context. So Thank you guys for watching and listening. Hope to see you guys on our new video.